In this video, we will see an overview of SmartLab. SmartLab is a diagnostic lab management system. These are the default user IDs which are built in with the product: director, manager, and lab tech. The initial password is the same as the user ID. You can always change the password or create new user IDs. So let's log in using the user ID called manager. The user ID and password are case sensitive. Click on the login button. So these are the modules. So under the master module, you have the diagnostic category, the diagnostic masters, which is nothing but the list of tests, the investigation master, package master, referral doctors, the appointments. Under diagnostic service, you have the patient master and creation of diagnostics bill and receipts. So under diagnostic reports, you create the lab report and scan reports. Let's take a look at the diagnostic category. So these are the list of categories which are already preloaded. You can always add new categories by clicking on the new button and adding a new category. So this is the diagnostic master. So here the list of tests, the diagnostics tests performed by your lab is mentioned over here along with the reference value. You can also mention the rates, and the same rate will come when preparing the bill. So you can search for a test by clicking on the test name over here, entering a test name over here. You can enter even part of the test, and then we get the list of tests over here. So you can just select it and click on the alter button to enter the rate for the test. Click on the save button to save the entry. Likewise, you can select any test you want to. Investigation master. This is absolutely necessary for each of the tests which are done. Let's select a complete blood count. So under complete blood count, under CBC, the different tests which are conducted under CBC is mentioned over here along with the reference value. The investigation master is absolutely necessary to prepare the lab bill, a lab report. You have the package master. And then you have the referral doctors. This is the list of doctors who send their patients to your lab for diagnostic tests. You have the lab appointments. So click on the new button to add a new appointment date can be selected from the calendar. Select the time of the test. The patient name has to be entered. Patient's age, the mobile number of the patient. You can enter the mobile number of the patient. Details of the tests. Select the referral doctor's name. The visit status is more for managing the status of the appointment, and click on the save button. So you should get this message, added successfully in lab appointments profile. Similarly, the home visits also. Appointments for home visits can also be recorded. Under diagnostic services, we have the patient's module profile and the diagnostic bill and receipts. In SmartLab, it is important that all patients are registered and a unique MR number is created for each of your patients. So let's register a new patient. The MR number is auto-incremented. The patient name has to be entered over here. The mobile number of the patient can be entered over here. Select the gender, the age of the patient. The date of birth can be entered if it's required. The Aadhaar number, phone, email. Most of the details are not mandatory, but it is good to have them. The address can be entered in multiple lines. Click on the save button. If the patient is registered successfully, you will get this message, added successfully in patient's profile. You have the diagnostics bill profile, under which you create the lab bill. The bill for services rendered is generated in the diagnostics bill profile. Diagnostic bill can be printed on a A5 paper size or on a A4 paper size. The bill on A5 paper size. Click on this print button to print the report. You also have a receipts. A receipt can be generated for payments made for services rendered by the patient. We'll now see the lab reports. This is where the lab report is generated. need to select the service ID for which the lab report is to be generated, and select that test name. That is if it's a CBC, you've got to select complete blood count, and select all the individual tests under CBC. Enter the results and click on the Save button to complete the report. So these are the admin options which is available on the left side. So application information is to enter your company's data, that is your diagnostics labs name, logo and address. You need to enter the admin password, which is abc@123. The same is mentioned in the readme.txt. So this is the application information screen, where you enter the company name or the lab name, the logo, select the logo, enter the name of the logo file. The address can be entered in multiple lines, and all other informations can be provided, and click on the Save button. Purge data is to remove all old data. It's always required to enter the admin password. So you can just remove data from any date range. We're now looking at the user access module, where you can create new users and create access rights. So these are the list of existing users. So you can always add a new user here and decide on which module the user can view. Please go through the documents and other videos to learn how to use this software. Thank you.